Hello and welcome once again to Life That Matters. My name is Dr. Sharon Norris Elliott.
And I'm Lady Laura Simon.
And so good to see you again. Oh my goodness, it seems like a minute ago.
A minute ago.
But we have been on a series, which is so cool.
Yes.
But first, before we go to the series, I do want to remind you that both of us are authors. And you know, it's a poor dog who doesn't wag his own tail.
That's right.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Pink.
So it would be wonderful if you guys would go on you can go to a bookstore. If the books are not in the store, they'll order them for you, which is wonderful. We love it when you do that.
Yep.
Or you can go online. Some of my books are on Target.com and Walmart.com and stuff like that. You can just put my name in and you can see my books.
Walmart.com.
Yep. Barnes and Noble. And of course, everybody is on Amazon. We're all on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.com.
Right. And at our publisher's website.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought I would bring my women's books to kind of show you guys today, remind you. All right.
Remind you.
The great power suit, right? That one has, I think, been probably my best seller. The Armor of God, Fit for the Feminine Frame. Now, here's the ticket. This book is out of print. However, Amazon seems to still have some.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
So if you go there.
I have seen it on Amazon.
Right. So if you go there and even some of the other sites that I mentioned, there are some of these books still available. But if you can't find it, this one you will have to go to my website, send me a message, because I still have some at home. And we're working now to reissue Power Suit, because we are in a spiritual battle, ladies.
Oh, we are.
Whether you realize it or not, we are. All right. It's not just the things you hear on the news. There's spiritual wickedness in high places going on. All right. And you want to be ready in the armor. Most Christian women know about wearing the armor of God. But the thing about this book is I talk about what we have on underneath the pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, because some of us have put the armor on and haven't taken off certain items. And armor that doesn't fit doesn't work. So you'll want to get a copy of Power Suit. The next women's book is A Woman God Can Bless. And I want that to be you. All right. So this is a study of the passage in Ephesians that, again, I guess there's a theme here. It tells us what to take off and put on.
Take off and put on.
But this is not talking about the armor. It's talking about some other things.
Okay.
Right. And then my latest women's book is entitled After Him. Of course, this is the book I did not want to write when James passed away. And he just went to glory and just left me here. Yeah. Okay. So you kind of have to deal, right, with the grief and the loss and the loneliness and all those things. And so After Him is a widow's devotional journal, right? So you'll want one for all of your friends who are widows.
Yes, like that was one of my friends.
Yep. And so those are my women's books. And then Lady Laura.
Did she say that out loud? A non-traditional look at a pastor's wife's life. So I am the no-nonsense, tell it like it is, transparent, authentic pastor's wife.
Yes,
and some of the things we go through, you wouldn't believe. And so I thought I'd share.
Yeah, and this is not only for pastors' wives, right? It's for those of us, we love our pastor's wife. We want to kind of know what it is that they go through,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it's I got a chance to edit this book.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in stitches most of the
You
time.
sound like Deborah Maxey.
Oh my goodness, it was so hilarious. But then Lady Laura brings us back to, these are not only things that happen to a pastor's wife, but here's some principles too that I can take in my life and I
Right.
can learn from and figure out what should I do, what should my reaction have been, or what have you.
And
So
things we should say and do or not say and do. And
yeah,
just you think about it and you ask God, should I do that? Should I say that? Not just to my pastor's wife, but then to friends.
yeah,
You know, there are things I might want to not say to Miss Sharon, and there are things I might should have
yeah.
said.
We've been through that like recently. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
she has vowed to say what she needs to say to me from now on.
From
So
now on.
yes,
Yeah.
so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
So
Me too.
we have been talking over the last 2 shows now about ministry and as business,
Right.
because ministry is a business. Yes, we minister to one another. Words are important, and the definitions of words and how we use words are very important.
Very important.
Okay, yes, I minister to my friend, right? As we go through life as friends, and she goes through things and I'm there for her. I go through things, she's there for me. That's ministering to each other.
Right.
Yes, and obviously we don't charge each other for that. Right? We're talking about when you are working in the kingdom of God, and you're doing what God has called you to do, as it is a ministry because God has called you to do that. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay. So if you're in that position and when you get to that position, there's going to be money, finances involved.
Right.
Right? We've been over talking about the ministry of the pastor at a church. A church is a business. We go in church, we expect for there to be lights on.
And the water.
Right, the water. I expect at my church, we expect for there to be some air conditioning in the summer and some heat in the winter. Right? We expect the chairs to be comfortable and clean. We expect the carpet to be clean. There's a lot of things that we just take for granted. But guess what? The gas company, they want money every month. The electric company, they want money every month.
Trash,
right?
water.
Trash, water. Oh, we
Yep,
like
we
to
tell 'em
hear.
that.
We have a sound system. That sound systems cost a lot of money.
Yep, they do.
Nowadays, churches have screens and cameras, and all those things cost money,
Right.
right? And we just expect them, right? So
And we and that's one of the things that Tony talks about. We just assume that the church is going to do it. The ministry can handle it. But at your house, when Edison, you said it. When Edison says, "Well, let there be light," you don't say, "Oh, praise the Lord."
no, you send them a check.
You send them a check. You zell them.
You do something.
You do something online.
That has
you
to do with money.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So ministry costs money.
Right.
All right. Just the church building itself.
Right.
Right. Now, we also talked about the pastor, right? The pastor should be eating.
You like Black
His
Angus?
family needs to eat.
We like Black Angus too.
Yes. His family needs to eat. They have kids. Their
Don't
kids.
forget cars.
Cars.
Not the little digs about he's driving a Cadillac. No, we have 4 kids, so we need a Suburban.
Right.
Exactly. It's just
now my daddy wanted to drive a Cadillac,
he did.
but he wouldn't
Yeah.
because he didn't want the church to talk about him and think it was. Now, why are you guys driving Cadillacs and Mercedes Benzes and all of this, but the pastor, you want to keep the pastor poor to try to keep him humble. That is warped thinking.
It is. It is. You want him in a hoopty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there's my pastor.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so we've discussed all those things.
All those things
already. So now we are really down to, you have received your call. You know what you are supposed to do. Right? And you need to get paid for it some kind of way. We've been through if you haven't watched the last 2 shows, please do so. We've been through all, the scriptures about the workman is worthy of his hire and giving the example of the Levites, all of that, right? So now we're at, how are you going to structure your ministry so that it is bringing in the money that needs to come in for you to eat? And like I said last time, I tell people I like to eat, and I like to eat more than once a day. Like you.
And I'm here listening to her. I'm talking with you, but I'm listening because that is what I struggle with. I really struggle with how to set anything, be it a conference, be it speaking fees, what have you. Because I know there are certain things that all of us will pay for, right? That's just true.
Yeah.
But there are also certain things that I'm not, that I think is exorbitant.
Yes.
I think some fees, I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Like
so,
right. I looked at a seminar. Like I went to the free one, or the one that was $25, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever it was, but it lasted a whole week.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
Lots of good information, what have you, right? At the end of the week, of course, you want to continue, you want to go on and everything, but the cost for going on for me was prohibitive. I couldn't spend that much money. I'm just going to have to use, the tools that I got and try to move on, right, with those.
See,
now, the promise, after I would spend this big amount, the promise was going to be an even larger thing. But if I don't have that, I'm not going to go into debt, right? You've got to continue to pray and seek, because education costs money.
Education
Okay.
costs money, to professional development.
Right. That costs money. And you should invest in your vision. We're not saying not to invest
But
in
I
your
also
own
hear
vision.
I hear Dave Ramsey.
Right. But you've got to balance your finances.
Yeah, you have to be a good steward.
Be a
Let's
good
just come on
steward.
back all the way to the word.
Right. And
you got to be a good steward.
You have to.
Okay.
You have to.
And so,
Right. So keep those things in mind.
Whew.
Keep those things in mind. So when it comes to one of the best ways, now I know how to function as an author and a conference speaker, preacher, all that.
Okay.
So we talked last time how I do not charge to preach. All right? If I get to go and preach, stand behind that sacred desk, I'm not charging for that. Right? But churches normally do give you a love offering. Right, of some kind, which is wonderful, right? And that helps you out. That church is, of course, like you said, feeding in, what did you say? Feeding into
you and seeding your ministry.
Yeah, right.
Sowing into you.
Sowing. Right.
Yeah.
Sowing into your ministry that you can continue.
Because we want you to continue.
Yes. Right. When I first started, I was speaking in New Orleans. The very first time I ever went to New Orleans. And it was a women's ministry. And they had already, it was a conference, so there was a set fee.
Okay.
And we said we were going to start there, so let's not forget.
Okay.
It was I had a set fee that anybody who invited me to speak at a conference for several days, this was the fee.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I told them at that time that I was going to be starting Authorize Me. Okay. And which is the ministry that helps other people to write their books. Okay.
Right.
And Life That Matters Ministries. And then with Authorize Me as part of that company. There was a lady there who had been walking around the whole time. She had a oxygen tank. And she had the thing on her face, the oxygen tank. And it was right after Katrina.
Okay.
Okay. So we went through the whole conference. We went through the first day of the conference.
Okay.
And I went up to my room. They had people there with the book table and all of that. And they were doing the collecting. I didn't have to do any of that. I could just, talk to the ladies, what have you, sign the book. I went up to the room and I was now sorting out, the cash from the checks and the this and that. And there was a check for $1,000. And I'm looking at how many books. They didn't sold that many. One check out of all the other checks, one check was for $1,000. Turns out it was from that lady with the oxygen tank.
Wow.
Who had heard me say that I felt the Lord was having me to start Life That Matters Ministries and Authorize Me. And she said, I want to sow in to your ministry. Katrina had happened. She's on an oxygen. Are you serious? Wow.
Now that was a God moment.
Right.
That was a God moment.
For God to tell me, yes.
Yes. Start it.
Yes. Get going. Right? So for preaching, however, for speaking at conferences, leading conferences, I'm usually, I'm teaching more than once. Maybe I have seminars or what have you. All right. So A, B, and C speakers are usually how you set this up. If you are a C speaker, that means you are just getting started, right? And nobody knows about you but your church,
Okay.
your family, and you just want to get going, right? You can go just for whatever love offering they want to give you, or maybe up to $100 per talk.
Okay.
And anyone who invites you and they say, well, how much do you charge? That's how much, $100 per talk. Now, here's why that's important. People talk to each other.
They do.
You don't know who knows who. So you might have a good friend over here,
Yeah.
First Baptist Church, and you'll go, oh, girl, I'll just come. Y'all give me a love offering, whatever. Somebody you don't know, you go, okay, it's $100. Trust me, somebody from Second Baptist is going to know somebody from First Baptist. And they're going to say, oh, when Laura came, she charged us $100. Oh, well, she didn't charge you guys anything? That's not good business.
No.
Okay?
No.
So, as a C speaker, you're just getting started.
Just getting started.
People don't know you very well, whatever.
That makes sense.
As a B speaker, people are now knowing you better. They might you might have a book out by now. And so you can go up on your, money per talk.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe you're looking at $200 to $500 per talk. Okay. And of course, a weekend, that's, more or what have you. Then as an A speaker, usually it's like people will cross state lines to come see you.
Okay.
Right? Upper B and A, that is when people come because they know your name. They don't really so much care what you're talking about. They just want to be with you. Okay. So when you're setting fees, right, you're looking at things of that nature as far as speaking. Now, if you're consulting, again, it depends on your time in the business, how many other people are able to say, yes, she helped me.
Okay.
Okay. What is your level of education? Aren't you guys, you and Tony Simon, I always call him Tony Simon. You and Tony Simon, aren't you getting, or you have a certificate in
Marriage reboot.
family? Okay.
We will have it. We graduate in October.
Okay. So when you guys graduate, like
It goes
the
up.
fee from now to the fee when you graduate, that should go up because now you have more education, you have the actual paper in the frame.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep, in the frame.
Right. To say you are qualified for doing this.
Right.
Okay. Now, for example, again, I'm not putting it on me, I'm putting it on God and the time that He's allowed me to stay in this business. Now, my name on a conference website
Ooh.
starts to make a difference with people spending money to go to that event, right? There are people who I want to see at different events. It's going to just, it'll decide. Just like a concert, right? There's a lot of people I'm not spending a dime to go see. But there's some people, ooh, I want to go, I want to go to that concert, right? And you spend the money.
Yeah.
It's the same with the seminars you take and the seminars that you give, right? Because now I know how to help you write a book that a publisher is going to want, right? So you want that information from a publishing professional.
Right.
And you can find, I've been in this business for 30 some years. I've worked, right? And so same thing, if Lady Laura is going to give you advice as in the family, or I go to her conferences every year and she's giving us advice basically on how to live, for the Lord, that kind of thing. I know she's been in that, right, for a while. It's going to be something that is not just, candy, right? Something that I can take home, put my feet on, right, and live by. All right. So when you are setting fees, that is important.
That's very important.
Right.
I'm still learning that.
Yeah, but she's still, and we're all still learning it. When I go to conferences, although I'm on the faculty or what have you, I'm good when I'm not working because I work. I'm hired. When you are called to do something, you are hired by that group to do what they've asked you to do.
Right.
You are not a prima donna.
That part. I think that's the part that worries me. I have a problem with that because my husband tells me, okay, you've got to charge more. And I get that. I understand. But I also am like, I'm just wanting them to be helped.
Right.
So I'm still grappling. And I don't know for anyone else.
And we should grapple with that, I think.
Okay.
I think we should grapple with it because we don't want to be, tugged in to the world's way of doing things. This is, it is ministry, yes.
And it is business.
But it is business.
Right.
And we have to keep the balance. And those of us who are, again, on the committee and inviting people in, we need to realize, again, that lady needs to eat.
Right.
She needs what she needs to do what she does.
And that's why everything, be it when you speak, the conferences, the retreats, what have you, needs to be bathed in prayer.
Yes.
You've got to ask God what to do. And that is what my argument with my committee was. Okay, I see what you're saying. I want to make sure that the swag bags are covered and the speakers, but I also want to make sure that folks like me, like you, because I stopped counting people's money because I had a tendency as a younger pastor's wife to go, oh, I think they should have this, and not everybody does. So
Right.
that's the part that I appreciate the A, B, and C.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when I did conferences for 4 years, 3 years, 3 years, and I went into debt
See.
because I didn't charge enough.
Yeah. See, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
To cover. Everyone appreciated all the things. They appreciated the location. You know, I did spa retreats for women. Come on now. Right?
Right.
At a beautiful spa retreat center in Arizona.
Right.
Right? And so the rooms cost a certain amount. The conference room center cost a certain amount.
Okay.
Right? And then there were the speakers. The first year, the speakers didn't even ask for anything. They paid their own way, all of that. But I didn't charge enough to cover just the conference, right?
Okay.
Not even talking about making any profit.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a business.
It's a business.
Even going to a conference and enjoying a conference, there is the business side.
Right.
Okay.
And we should share that the next time.
Yes. So we're going to talk specifically, right, about what it is you're trying to do, be it give conferences or write books. Some of the specific expenses
Right.
that go into what it is you're doing, and know that God's going to supply it if He's called it.
There you go.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that.
He's
too.
called you. So we're
Yes.
going to talk about that. My name is Dr. Sharon Norris Elliott,
I'm Lady Laura Simon.
and be with us again. You don't want to miss